Your solenoid valve that's mounted above the nozzle assembly on your J100, if that soft rubber got tweaked side to side, a lot of times this female wiring harness plug, that plastic's thin enough that it would get cracked and it was hard to keep plugged in. So design this 3D printed support that can slide over this wiring harness plug. I'll show you how to install it here, but I'm going to cut over to the drone and make sure you know how to remove this solenoid valve. Really simple removal of the valve here. All you're going to do is remove your liquid lines. This one pulls off the bottom. This one, unscrew your hose nut on top, pull it off, and then you're just going to have 4 bolts, 2 bolts on each side. Each one is a 2.5 millimeter hex-headed bolt. So just get your 2.5 millimeter bit, remove those, and then this pulls out, and then you've got 1 wiring harness plug on the back. Once you've got your solenoid valve removed from the drone, all you're going to do, pretty simple, remove both of those bolts. I've already got them removed off of this one here, and you're just going to take and line up and press that onto there. And of course, install both of your 2 bolts here. Original bolts should be long enough, but I want to give you a couple tips. Sometimes they may not be. Sometimes you may have a gap here. And what you can do is, I'll remove this again, and you can see that this epoxy just kind of sticks up too tall and kind of helps prevent that plastic from sitting flush onto the valve. So what you can actually do is you could take a little file or a box cutter and just kind of shave that down if need be to make sure that your bolt is long enough to install this support piece. One more tip I wanted to give you guys is, you can see that this one, we're fine. There's no epoxy inside of that hex head of the bolt. But unfortunately, some of them do have some epoxy stuck down in that hex head. So a couple things you can do. Obviously, just a pick if you want to pick that out. But easier, I've got this sharp tip on a soldering iron that it makes it really easy to just, heat up your soldering iron and pick it out. So you got some options. If you're really struggling on one and need to bring it to us or send it to us, let me know. But pretty easy installation to get that support on here. Probably not needing to show you what this looks like installed, but as you can see, I wanted to show you. All I did was I took that little file, grinded that epoxy down to where now once I install that bolt, this support's allowed to sit flush. So any questions you've got on installing this or just regardless, let me know.